welcome back to the Spider's Web and the continuation of our gameplay videos of Pandemic. And before we continue, I have a couple of very minor corrections to make. We had a couple of outbreaks, if you remember. One of them was here in Manila. I placed the disease cubes in there in Sydney, Ho Chi Minh City, Hong Kong and Taipei. What I forgot about was the line here that connects all the way over here to San Francisco. So San Francisco needs a red cube on it. Also, we had an outbreak over here in Madrid, and I did London, Paris, Algiers and Sao Paulo. I forgot to do New York. So, as I said, minor corrections, but they've not made any difference to the gameplay, but it's better putting them on than not having them on. That way we can keep a track of where everything is. So, I'm sorry for the length of the last video. That's why I cut it down to about 15 minutes for each one. The entire video lasted about 14 minutes, and even with editing we're talking near enough 38 and a half minutes, so I thought it was better splitting it down. So I'm going to try and keep it now at about quarter of an hour, so I may get 2 runs with each character. So in order to do that, we better get started, haven't we? So where were we? Well, it's our operations expert and he's in Cairo. Our first bit of good news is that we can go 1, 2 with the black, then move over to Istanbul for 3, and then remove the final black cube and turn over the black marker. The black disease has been eradicated. So whenever we turn over one of these cards now that's black, we can totally ignore them. So, another thing as well I forgot to do. Our quarantine specialist, when she turned over her last lot of cards, ended up with 8 cards, so I'm going to discard the yellow. So she now is down to 7. She's got Essen, San Francisco, New York and London for the blues, Kinshasa, wherever that may be, for yellow, and Algiers and Cairo for black. The next one we have that's going to be any closer to removing or curing a disease is our operations expert, actually, and he has Ho Chi Minh City, Seoul, Tokyo and Taipei for red, and he's got St. Petersburg for blue. So other than that, there's not many now that's ready for being able to be cured, so it's just the red and blues we need. So anyway, yeah, the operations expert has now completed his action phases. It's now turning the cards over, and the first card we get is Hong Kong. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and his final card is Bangkok. So the next time he goes to a research station, he can trade in 6 cards to cure, not 5. Brilliant. So next time the red is cured. Okay, now we have to turn over 3 of these. The first one is Hong Kong. Oh, that's lucky. And then we have Khartoum for yellow, and finally Taipei. That is the bad one, because that one starts off an outbreak. So we're going with Hong Kong, we're going Shanghai, Osaka and Manila. we need to get rid of a lot of these green ones. Sorry, red ones. Why do I keep saying green? I'm looking at that. So we've turned over those 3 cards. The operations expert has had his thingy, he's had his turn. It's now the turn of the scientist, who is going to go 1-2 to remove the 2 blue ones out of Washington. And then she's going to go up to New York for 3, and 4 she's going to remove the cube from New York. Now she turns the cards over. She has Jakarta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she has Istanbul. And next, with Montreal for 1. Then we have Sao Paulo, so whatever it is, for 1. Actually no, because that's the medic, and he automatically removes cubes of cured diseases from the city he's in and prevents them from being placed there. So that's that. And finally Essen. Essen's ready for bursting now. So hopefully, mind you, we're not going to get another Epidemic card because all 3 have been played, I think, now. I seem to remember. Yeah, all 3 of them played. So, that's the scientist's turn. Next, the medic. And he's going to go 1, and he can remove those because he's cured for no points at all. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and he can remove those 3 because he can just remove them as he's passing through. It doesn't take up a thing, it doesn't take up an action. So the yellow is now eradicated. I don't want to speak too soon, but we're doing well. So it's time for 2 of his cards. So he's got Karachi and he's got Beijing. So again, there's only really the quarantine specialist to go now, who could possibly get the blue one. So the next card is Manila for 1. It's Seoul for 1, and it's Madrid for 1. And Madrid thankfully hasn't got anything on there. So now it's our operations expert, and we're going to discard St. Petersburg so we can move across. Oops, I put it in the wrong one. Put it down there. So we can move across and jump straight to Taipei. So that's 1 move. Second action, he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards discard to cure red. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to take the final 2 off. Not the final 2. He's going to take 2 pieces off the 2 cubes off Taipei. We're running short of red cubes at the moment, and blue cubes. We'll be perfectly fine for yellow and black because they're eradicated there and put back on. So he's done his 4 bits. So now it's Madrid he gets, and he also gets Riyadh. I'm going to carry on with this game because I really want to get the final blue card done. So the scientist. Sorry, we need to do this one first, don't we? That's Osaka. He's got 1. Chennai has been eradicated. and Istanbul has been eradicated. That's fine. Now our scientist. Now she's going to come across. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be either cut very fine, or we're going to lose it right at the very last minute. So we turn over the 2 cards. We have Mumbai, which is useless, and we have Khartoum, which again is useless. Next, the medic. And he's going to come across to where 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it takes 2 cards. We've got Sydney and we've got Miami. Unfortunately, the last turn of the game goes to the quarantine specialist. And we were so close, but unfortunately time going against us. We're down to our last card, so all she can really do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, wrong one. That's one thing for the medic. If she turns that card over, she gets Milan. If we'd got that sooner, she could have got to a research station, handed them in, I would have won the game. As it is, we've just lost. We didn't cure them all. We've eradicated 2, we cured 3, but yet blue is still active. I'm going out of these cards. So you win some, you lose some. As I say, it's very close indeed, but unfortunately this time the CDC were beaten by the failed, literally just, you couldn't get closer than that. It's done, it's over with. I hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, I highly recommend having a proper play of this with it's either 2, 3, 4 player game. It's well worth a purchase. I highly recommend it. And as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. But until next time, take care, God bless, and bye for now.